thank the gods we reached the culmination of the political year that we had of 2020. It commemorated with this inauguration Wednesday, January 20th, 2021. Episode 53. It finally came to this. All the year last year, well, 2019 a little bit, but all 2019, 2020, all the division, all the craziness that happened last year led to this moment. Joe Biden being inaugurated and Kamala Harris being inaugurated as the 46th president of the United States of America with the vice president. Bottle it up. There have been 59 inaugurations, but there's only 46 presidents that have been sworn in the legal office. What was happening before then? But they just pulled out of a lucky hat? Now, I know probably I know Kennedy got killed and they got sworn at Lyndon B. That's probably like another 47. I can't think of all that because we're not going to politics because this is the last day we talking about this shit. But the inauguration, it was alright. They look cold as shit though. Well, I mean, it was cold as a motherfucker. It was cold up here. 40 degrees, but wind bustling. Woo, it was like 20 miles an hour. I felt the cold. I'm like, oof. I know their ears cold. Their bombs there though. Shout out Obamas. No, shout out them. No. But a lot of the inauguration, I heard so much the word unity. I want us to secede, my nigga. Secede from the motherfucking nation. Cause damn, unity was I counted. I should have done a drinking game. I heard about unity about like 20 times from like 4 or 5 different speakers. I don't listen to 3 because I listen to Joe speak. He did all right. I'm just like, you know what? I'm willing to give a shot. I ain't vote for him, but I'm willing to give a shot. That's how I always been. I'm open. I'm an open person. If you know me, I'm an open-minded person. I'll try that and everything. But let's see how I go. And the same will come on. I'm curious to see how they go and do their jobs. Let's see how it works out. A year later, we may come back to this moment. They may still be loved, well, they probably will be loved, or they may be hated, or little both. I don't know. Probably both, because the Republican side gotta get their hater in and say that's not my president, like the Democrats did when Trump got in. That's not my president. The only difference is we'll have a bunch of Trump supporters at the inauguration making memes. So that's the only difference from the last inauguration, this inauguration. Oh, and we're in the fucking end game. So those are the 2 main differences. And then I miss Kamala. The only reason I caught Joe because my mom called. He's like, hey, the damn thing is the inauguration is on. You gonna tune to it? And the only reason I had the inauguration and was able to see it because my mama, she's on my Hulu account and she put live on it. I'm like, dang, ma. But it was cool though. I got a surprise for y'all later, a little bit, but that really sucked. But the inauguration was cool. One part I seen, Joe's speech was a lot of unity. That's kind of like 4 or 5 times he said it, maybe 6, not counting the United States of America. And Amanda Gorman, she had a really nice speech. I like the poetry. A lot of unity. I heard kind of like 3 or 4 of them joints out of that one. And what's the last man? The brother, it was a brother, Reverend Dr. Sylvester S. Beeman. That was the last. Those only 3 I seen speak because I got there like around 11, around new time. And they had some nice speeches. All 3 of them had nice speeches, and I moved on because they started talking about it. And then one of the first 10 words, I shit you not. I think it was NBC News. One of the first 10 words was unity from the damn guy who does the analysis. I'm like, my God, can we stop with the word? You ain't gonna make me turn off from that word now, my guy. I don't like that. Saying that word a lot. You're saying it a lot, but it sounds like ain't shit gonna happen when we unify. I'm like, damn. If you gonna say it a lot, at least practice the preaching. But a lot of people don't practice what they preach and they just say it virtue, which I don't like. If you're gonna do something, just do it. Don't say, hey, I'm gonna do this, that. Just do it. Like I just like this. I kindly told one or two people that I'm doing this, and everybody else to just figure out. Oh, as they go on, oh shit, he's doing a podcast. Oh shit, he's doing this. Oh shit, he's doing that. That's how I do. I don't care for the virtue signaling. That's what it looked like to me, in my opinion. But you know what? Let's give them a shot. Let's see if they can right the ship around this virus. You know, see if they can get us a little more cash, a little money, so we can help pay our rents and bills and whatnot. And this is that. You know, let's keep it easy. You know what I'm saying? We don't gotta work too hard. You know, but fuck this shit. We going to playoffs, bitch. Man, it's getting and I love all season time. It's the most beautiful time in the evening. Not only for basketball, for baseball, and football. It's gonna get lit. I know NFL coaches gonna get started. I'm gonna start with the coaching news because there's some people that I forgot that got fired. Well, I didn't say who got fired, and now they finally found some replacements. So I want to give you updates on the guys that they announced. So first things first, the Lions they fired their GM Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia on the year. I think I probably said that about a few weeks ago, but they have found the replacements for the GM. The Lions hired former Rams director of college football scouting, Brad Holmes. I had to look him up. He's a brother. Congratulations, you going to Detroit football. Make them relevant. Maybe they need a brother to get some experience to know the game so they can get some fans for the team. I like it. Good move on the Lions hire. And with that hire, the Lions finally hired Saints assistant coach and offensive coordinator Dan Campbell on a 6-year deal. So you got 6 years to not fuck up. All right, you got 6 years to not fuck up. But that name reminded me. I was like, that name reminded me of something. And I looked him up. And he used to be a tight end in the NFL for like 10 seasons from like 98 to 2008. The only reason I remember is because some old, like, the great Maddens, like Madden 07, 06, 08. Those are the Maddens I remember. That's the only reason I remember his name. I'm like, his name looked familiar. His name is generic. So I knew his name, but I didn't know how he played on the Lions and I think Cowboys or whatever. I forget who the teams. I think the Bills, some shit. But I remember, I was like, oh, well, that's nice. Come back around. But the Jags, they fired Doug Marrone at the end of the season. Not surprised. Well, a little surprised because it looked like they was going to run it back or like give him one last opportunity. But they said, nope. No, we're not going to take you back. We're just going to move on. And they hired, what's the coach? Urban Meyer, who last was coaching at University of the Ohio State, but now he's going to be in the NFL game. Good luck with that. You know the Jaguars. Oh, y'all better hope y'all get Trevor Lawrence first pick, or they're gonna do with that Gardner Minshew the second, and we'll see how you do. But congrats to Urban. And Chargers, they fired Anthony Lynn. They're excuse me. They're destroying their minority quota that they always preaching about all the time. Now the numbers dropped to 3 because you got Thomas still in Pittsburgh. I don't think he's gonna leave unless they go like, oh, it's only time he ain't gonna leave is if they go like 1-15 or some shit. Then they'll probably get his ass out of there because they're known for keeping coaches for a long ass time. Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and I'll forget the other coach they had. But they only had like 4 or 5 coaches total in their whole career. So I think Tom is safe. I think he'll be all right. Brian Flores, he's doing an excellent job in Miami. Excellent job. So they had a bad first year, but they ended the year strong, and then they came in this year and almost made the playoffs. So Brian, your job is safe. And we got a new coach. Oh, we gotta add one. There's a new one. The Jets, they fired salt-smelling, sugar-smelling Adam Gase off the Jets. They finally let him go. Let him enjoy his fun at other times. And they hired 49ers defensive coordinator Robert Saleh. I wasn't saying it right. But congrats. He always was the defensive coordinator for that 49ers team that helped them get to the Super Bowl last season, and he was growing their defense years prior. So, congrats to him. Congrats to the young man, young brother. Good job. So, we got back up. We lose one, we gain one out. How the fuck we do that? But there's another. But we got to worry about getting some GM jobs, you know what I'm saying? We got to get some GMs, we got to get some scouting positions, and we got to find some recruits so we can help these people get up in higher places. That's how you do it. But the Chargers, I got off a tangent. The Chargers fired Lynn. They got a new coach. They signed former Rams defensive coordinator Brandon Staley. I was like, now there's a lot of defensive coordinators. At least he don't gotta move. He don't gotta do all that packing up and moving and leaving and shit. He could just stay right in LA. And you there. So good for him. And last two is Eagles fired Doug Peterson, which is a little bit of a shocker. So that means they believe in Carson Wentz a little more, because I think Peterson was trusting Jalen a little more than Carson. I know they just paid Carson. They drafted Jalen. So how they going to do this? Who going to get the job for next year? We're going to have a nice little QB battle to start the training camp next season, duh. And I think one more move is actually two more. Atlanta hired a new offensive coordinator by the name of Arthur Smith, who was the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans. Todd Gurley, you're in due for a breakout year, because if he had Henry as his running back, he had 2 stacks, I could see Gurley hitting a stack and a half. You heard me? I'm only saying a stack and a half because he's a little smaller. He ain't built like Henry. You know he's big, boss. And I think Gurley gonna eat next year. I might draft Gurley next season. Shit, if he can stay healthy, I might draft him next year. You know what I'm saying? I might have to. And I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Eagles, yeah. Last one. The Jaguars, they fired their old GM Dave Caldwell and replaced him with Trent Baalke. Shout out to PTI. I missed them. I had finally got a chance to watch their asses or listen to them, and they said themselves like, "Oh, good, yeah, thank you." I ain't had to do investigative reporting. That's where I remember it from. But that's the coaching moves right now. They don't do player transactions until after, like, the season's over, probably like March. So about 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, we'll get some moves from transactions from players around the league. I think it's like March 11th when it starts, the free agent period. So we're gonna have a lot more excitement moves this coming season. I think Deshaun gonna get traded. He's gonna get traded. But let's go to the playoffs, man. Let's go to the playoff games, man. Green Bay and Los Angeles Rams. I picked Green Bay to win, and they won 32-18. Double Check was on his double check shit and doing his fucking job at getting the MVP that I predicted way early in the season. So, but anyway, Rodgers made a beautiful mastery, and they free Aaron a little bit, I got the pick right that said, well, Aaron Rodgers scored a TD pass in the first half, and 97% said, oh, yeah, he's going to pick it. And woo, they freed Aaron. He had 99 yards. Damn, he just missed 100. But Cam Akers had 90. He was close, so they was battling in the divisional round. It seemed like it was in LA's grasp to get closer and tie, but it just was there was always a third down that stopped them. I seen it throughout the whole game. It looked like it was about to creep in, especially right before half. They creeped in. They got that late touchdown at the end, and then it just seemed like they just couldn't keep it up. They just couldn't keep it up. So that's what happened. And Aaron Donald wasn't playing half the game. He was injured. He was still doing that rib injury that was hampering that he got from the last week in Seattle. So that really hurt their defense and hurt them out. Aaron Donald was a game changer. and he's gonna win the first play of the year again.